He said, all right, all right, all right. I said, let's do a podcast. Let's sit down. Let's get a coffee. Let's just talk about 1, 2, 3, 4. Coffee with the Sam. Got a little podcast. Grab yourself a little coffee and a podcast.
Oh, look at that. I'm never ready. As many of these podcasts I do, I'm still never ready. I sit here, looking at my show notes, and I'm like, am I ready for this? I panic. Like, I don't know why I panic, but I panic. Every time I do this. But what's up, my babies? It's Wednesday. We're flying. It's very, very, very hot in the UK, but I am not complaining at all. All these people that are whinging, like, oh my god, it's too warm. It's like, you pay £400 to go on a holiday to Spain. You pay £600 or maybe £1,000 to fly to Turkey to sit in the same degrees heat, and now you're back out in the UK and you're whinging. I know what it is. You're whinging because you're having to go to work in the heat. That's what it is. But stop whinging about the heat, my babies. There's just no point in it. I'm still faffing with my microphone. I'm like 58 episodes in and still can't get used to it. But let's do some dates. Or date. Is me acting like I'm some sort of big time. Let's do some dates. A date. Oh my giddy aunt. Let's do a date. 2nd of September, guys. Oh, there's a fly in the studio. Nice. Steven, get him out. Get him out of here. There's a fly in the studio. That's going to annoy me for the next 30 minutes. Sorry, guys. If I just stop. I have the attention span of a 3-year-old. If I just stop and I'm silent, because I'm just watching this fly around. Oh, his head butted the lights. That's not good. Some crunching and some ice down the microphone. That's professional. So 2nd of September is Coffee with Sam and Friends, guys. So it's basically what my mind would want to see on a stage. And it's everything. I've produced the show. I have got the guests, and I've asked the guests what I want them to do, not what they want to do. Obviously, I'm not force them. I wouldn't do that. I'm not a devil. But yeah, Coffee with Sam and Friends live at the Tamworth Assembly Room, 2nd of September. Show doors open at 7. Get yourself some drinks at the bar. By 7:45, you're in, and 8 o'clock, the show starts. We have confirmed guests now, guys. So when I first advertised this, there was no confirmed guest. It was just your boy. And we sold tickets. So some people didn't even wait to see whose guests they were coming. They just wanted to come see me talk absolute trash for 2 hours. Yeah, it's a 2-hour show, guys, in a proper theatre. So now we've got a confirmed guest. There's me. There's your boy hosting it for the whole show. So I'll be on the stage for most of the time. First guest, Josh Hubbard, who we had on the podcast twice, and he also did the 12-hour show with us when we raised 600 smackaroonies for a young girl with cancer. Josh Hubbard, he's going to come on and he's going to talk about a real life story, something that's affected him, something that affects many, many, many people around the world. And he is going to open up and he's going to talk about it. And he's going to talk about how one change can change your life. Second guest, also a Josh, called Josh Lloyd. He is a good friend of mine. This is his signed card up here and the picture of him in The Choir of Man. A good friend of mine, but has performed in the Sydney Opera House, has performed a tour in America, has performed on the West End stage, and is heading to the Fringe Festival in Edinburgh this year. So he is a big deal, guys, and he is coming in. He's going to do many performances for us and a very special performance as well. We have another group of people coming. We're having the OJ Voices Choir. They will be part of the show and they will be doing a performance. I don't want to tell you too much, guys. I know you like sell the show to me so I buy a ticket, but I don't want to ruin it for you. And then we have the superstar. If you've not watched or listened to the last podcast, you need to go back and listen to it. Eva Abley, the superstar from Britain's Got Talent. She was a finalist this year. She has cerebral palsy, and she is one of the funniest people I have ever met. Cleverest, inspirational, and she's only 14. She is coming, and she is going to grace the stage with a stand-up routine and also an interview podcast style. So the show, guys, is going to be a variety night. It's going to be different acts. The acts might be performing together. You never know what Sam's coming up with. You never know what little old crazy pants here has come up with. And it's basically a delve into my mind of what I think about, and if I had a show I wanted to go and watch, what would I put on that stage? That's basically what it is. And yeah, maybe some more guests to be confirmed, but get your tickets at www.tamworthassemblingrooms.com. If you don't want to type that in, it's a bit long, bit too much hard work for you. After you finish this podcast and you've clicked like and you've shared and you've subscribed to whatever platform or YouTube, go to the description link in the bio, click that, and it will send you straight to my website, and then click live show tickets and get your tickets there, guys. There are a lot of hotels around the area in Tamworth, and the theatre is incredible. It's a big, huge theatre, and we're going to have lighting, we're going to have production. It's going to be such a great night for anyone. If you like anything music or stagey or showy, this is going to be a great night for you. There's only 3 VIP tables left, guys. So if you want to get waiter service, get your drinks brought to you, get your table bought now. Grab 10 of your buddies, grab a table. If not, standard seats are plenty. I didn't sell the show very well then. We've sold over half of the tickets that I've put as my max ticket sale. And that's incredible to me. We've got over a month left until the show, and we've sold over half the tickets that I put myself as a goal. So, guys, if you listen to the podcast, and if you like the podcast, and if you like me, maybe you're a cheerleader and you like me presenting at Future Cheer. Maybe you watch the podcast and that's why you follow me. Or maybe you just like the podcast and you just like me waffling. Maybe you just like my voice. Maybe you just like me, a handsome young chap, and that's why you watch it on YouTube. Or you like the sound of my squeaky Birmingham voice coming down your ears on a morning, or when you're taking a poo on your lunch break, or even if you're out for a nice leisurely stroll in the hills. Buy some tickets and I'll see you there. It's going to be such a great night. I cannot wait. www.tamworthassemblingrooms.com. If not, head to the link in the description below this podcast and you'll be able to grab your tickets there. Me and many, many guests smashing it on stage. Welcome to Sam's Brain. So let's talk about the heat, man. That's why I've got, there's coffee today, but it ain't warm. We got that iced latte, baby. I'm basic. People say to me, like, what do you want? I'm like, coffee and milk. If you want a latte, slightly milky. I'm just a basic bitch, really. But I'm a bit of a sly basic bitch because I ain't got no straw. No straw for me, baby. Straight in, big gulps. Can't get enough in with a straw. Iced latte on this hot day. Now, I'm glad that it's Wednesday. And it's Wednesday morning I'm filming this podcast, and the temperature has dropped. It was a banging 39 degrees here in the UK yesterday. So people who are listening from Australia and America are like, dude, that's like a basic morning for us, man. And you're saying that's like peak temperature? Like, get over yourself. I don't know what that was. So, like, Pacific Coast, West Coast, weird accent. Sorry. Never going to do that again. All right, mate. That was a bad accent too. That's because I've been talking to Charlie from Dark Angels, getting used to his Bristol accent. And that's another show, guys. I'm going to big that right up because my boy's in it. If you've not seen Dark Angels on E4 yet, get there, binge watch the box set. I think it's about 6 episodes following the Dark Angels hip-hop dance team. And It's a really good insight to UK hip hop and also to UK coaching. So yeah, get to that. A little bit of a plug there. E4. Get the box set of Dark Angels. Now back to the heat. 39 degrees, man. How do I go off on tangents so bad? 39 degrees. Its temperature's dropped today though, but still hot enough in the studio. I'm sweating. That's why I've got this thin, no nice clothes for you today, guys. Hat on backwards, keeping the hair slicked back. I keep putting water on my head and keeping my hair wet. Yeah. It's hot, man. It's very hot. But I hate when people are whinging about the heat. Why are you whinging? Because guess what? In 2 weeks' time, when it's raining, those same people will be then whinging. Where's summer gone? We only had 4 weeks of summer. Now, that being said, this is probably the longest summer I have ever known in 31 years of my British life. The longest summer I've ever known to have is this one right now. We've got it for another week and a half, I think. Only dipping to like 22, 23 degrees, that's our normal summer. 21, we get some heights, barbecues out, pools out, 21 degrees. Nipples freezing, bumps all over us, but that's our summer. This year, we've had like 2 weeks of mid-25s up to 39s. Like 39 yesterday was incredible. Did not sleep a wink last night, but it's great. Fans on. Fan is working overtime. I could just hear fans all night. The whole of the UK. And then iced coffees get me through, man. Iced coffees get me through. But no basic bitch straw right here, baby. So how's your week been? How's your months been? How you been going, guys? I hope you're looking after yourself. I hope you're not doing silly things in this heat. And you're staying hydrated. Please stay hydrated. Me and Alex did a stupid thing, and we decided to go and watch The Choir Man for the second time last weekend when it was 33 degrees, 33 degrees, and it's in a tent. So imagine yourself in a giant tent, and there is 200 people in there. Got aircon in there. I spoke to Josh after the show and he was saying, yeah, the aircon works, but basically with all the people in there, it's actually 5 degrees hotter in this tent than it is outside. I said, you what? So it was 38 degrees. Me and Alex were dripping with sweat just sitting down. And then Josh and the boys with lights on them in full dress. No shorts, in jeans, shirts, and they are jumping around at 38 degrees for an hour and 15 minutes with no break. It was devastating. And no, guys, I didn't stop them because I was watching The Fly. I think he might be dead. I think he's burnt himself on the light. I stopped because that was outrageous. We were dripping, and then those boys were going on 2 hours later to do another show that day. I think it's got that bad. They've cancelled the last 2 days. They've had to cancel it. But second time I'm watching it, and I'll tell you what, I'm not bigging this up just because Josh is coming to my show. And if you like The Choir Man, you're gonna love Josh performing on his own. He's the barman in The Choir Man, and you're gonna love him on his own. He is. You get to hear his voice on its own, not hidden by anyone else, and it's raw and singing one song that he wants to sing, second song that I want him to sing because I love it. So if you like The Choir Man, then you need to grab some tickets. If you're in the Tamworth area, if you're in Coventry, Lichfield, Tamworth, Rugby, anywhere in the Birmingham area, even heading out the other way towards that Burton, if you love The Choir Man, then you just buy tickets. www.tamworthsemilarooms.com. Find it. Coffee with Sam and friends. And I'll tell you what, it was better the second time. Sorry, my glasses are digging in. Oh, the struggles, man. Yeah, it was better the second time because when we went the first time, it was like, oh, my face is getting bright red because the temperature is getting up in here. It's not as hot as the choir man, but the temperature's raising. It was better. The first time we went was just after COVID, so obviously not knowing what the show was like, it was great. I didn't miss anything, but then going back this second time, they could do all their crowd interaction, which was incredible and made the show even better. So if you've not watched the podcast with Josh, I was going to explain what the choir man is then, but go back, watch the podcast that I did with Josh when he signed this beer mat for me, and he will explain what the show is. And I'm going to say what it's about. It's basically about men's mental health and going to the pub and having a safe space to talk about it. Now, go back and listen to the podcast and Josh will explain it in deeper form. But so much more audience interaction, getting audience on the stage, coming out into the audience, really breaking that third wall of performance. Because, you know, your boy did a bit of drama in his school. He knows that word. And if I've said the wrong thing, third wall, then I don't know. But breaking that third wall of, you have performers who will act and you just act and you pretend like there's not an audience there, or you break that third wall and you dive on into the audience. And that's what they did. It made you feel like you were in the performance, and that made it so much better than the first time. And getting the audience on stage and dancing in the audience was just so much better than when COVID ruined it and they couldn't do any of that, man. So get yourself to the choir, man. It's only in Coventry for another 2 weeks. Then they're jetting off to the Edinburgh Fringe. And then Josh is coming back fresh from the Edinburgh Fringe to perform at Coffee with Sam and Friends. That just puts the biggest smile on my face, that someone who's performing at the Edinburgh Fringe this year, 3 days later, is performing on a stage at my event. That fills me with joy. It puts a smile on my face. And no, guys, I will not be singing. If you don't want me to ever sing on stage, buy a ticket to my show. If we sell out all the seats, I will never sing down a microphone ever again. So yeah, do that. Buy a ticket. www.tamworthassembly.com. Well, because of the weather, guys, and because of the temperature in here, I am going to keep this one very, very short for you. Whoa, one thing that is on my list I haven't spoke about. Boris is stepping down. Thank God. The bumbling buffoon puppet is gone. But all they're going to do is they're going to throw someone else who can be controlled in that seat. They'll be controlled. We'll hate them. And in a couple of years, they'll leave. That's basically politics in a bag for you. That's why we don't talk politics on this show. We just talk hard-hitting facts about life. And we talk about dribble. And we have a bit of fun on here. That's all we do. Yeah, it's basically politics in a bag. Someone's going to be in power for about another 3 or 4 years. They'll make the public hate them, or the public will love them. So whatever, but they'll still have to step down because they have to step down. And then someone else will be put in charge, and it'll be someone else who is just controlled like a puppet. That's all you're going to get. And because you haven't bought tickets to my show yet, because it's not told me on my phone, I'm going to sing. I'm going to sing again. Until you buy tickets to my show. So if you love me as a host at Future Cheer on the stage, if you love me as a host of the Coffee with Sam podcast, if you love me as an Instagram face, or if you just love me, then come and see me live at the Tamworth Assembly Rooms 2nd of September. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8. Yeah, guys, it's getting hot in here. I can see my face. I look like I've been drinking alcohol, like I'm on the Freezer Party podcast. But remember, guys, stay weird, stay stimulated, and make sure you stay on clicking that thing on the like, share, and subscribe button. And I will welcome you back into the coffee shop next week. Maybe not next week. Yeah. And this is what happens live, guys. I'll welcome you back into the coffee shop with my next guest in the next episode. I'm not going to promise you in a week or a day or a couple of weeks, just in the next episode. So I've been Sam Thompson, your favourite host. I don't know why I've gone all serious. But I've been Sam Thompson, your favourite host. It's been What's Up Wednesday. It's been Warrior Wednesday. No, it's not been Warrior Wednesday. Why do I always go back to the gym, man? I'm not even a gym goer anymore. It's been What's Up Wednesday. It's been Weirdo Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. You need me to up you. Give you a little bit of... You don't need me up you. That's disgusting. No, you don't. You need me to give you a kick up the buttocks on a Wednesday and kick ass into the week. Yeah, I've been Sam Thompson. Peace out. Coffee with Sam podcast. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Tell me if you hate me. Tell me if you love me. I don't really care. Just comment. Helps all the algorithms. Gets more people seeing it. If you haven't seen my last podcast, head over to the next podcast and watch Eva's podcast. And if not, you want to see her live because you love her, buy tickets to the show. Peace out. Love you all. Till next time. It's a bit emotional.